So I just finished the new episode of Welcome to Plathville, episode 5, I believe. Lots to talk about. I suffered through. I had me a little help of a drink like him, but the thing is, I know not to get behind the wheel. Jumping straight into everything, we pick right back up from this interrogation from Lydia's gay brothers.
Hey, I don't look half bad.
Are you on
Right back at Ethan asking Zach if he's gay. And the crazy part, well, there's so many crazy parts of it, but first of all, Micah immediately is like, well, it's not, I don't have any problem with gay people. Veronica's favorite people are gay.
Not that I have anything wrong with any gay person. Veronica's favorite people are gay.
We know. We know because the person she's dating is you, and we already know your past, so... He says that, but Ethan doesn't. And so after Zach says, obviously, no.
Are you gay?
No.
You shoot me straight.
I'm straight as an arrow.
You promise?
Absolutely.
But after that, Ethan says in his confessional that, well, he said he's not gay, and I hope I'm wrong, and I don't have anything against gay people.
For Lydia's sake, we just want to get that off the table. I don't have a problem with gay people. I just don't think that if you are gay, you should marry a woman.
Well, sir...
My son, my daughter will be raised as a male, a female, and if they think that there's something different, then they will be seeking psychological help from me, because I will not stand that bullshit. And if it means homeschooling them, if it means sending them to a private school, I don't care what it takes, but I will not let them think that there's something else other than a man or a woman.
You don't even have kids. Your first job is to respect and love your wife? No, it's not.
Really? Then he says, I don't have any ill will against Zach. We just saw you do a whole temper tantrum for the entire day, and you talking about you don't have any ill will. If we were to even think to believe anything that you're saying about, oh, I don't have any problem with gay, we see you lying about this ill will. You even told him in the moment, I still don't like you.
I want to like you.
Mm-hmm.
I want nothing better than to have the best relationship with you and everything works out.
Thank you guys, yeah.
I'm not there yet. I don't quite like you yet.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to earn that.
Which I'm confused because who are you that someone needs your validation? Who are you that someone has to build up to get your trust? You ain't nobody.
You ain't nobody. I ain't nobody.
You are not anybody. And yeah, you may be Lydia's brother, but guess what? You still ain't nobody. Somebody I need to get validation from or get your approval from. Get something going about yourself. Then I can try to get your approval. So Zach says in his confessional, they over here questioning me, asking me am I gay? And, of course he's going to take the high road and was just like, I ain't bothered by it. In other words, he's like, look, I ain't pressed by these hoes because I know the real truth. They talking about gay. I've done my research on this family. Let's go back to season 1.
Hey, I don't look half bad.
The call is coming from inside the house, so he ain't bothered by your little question because, again, at the end of the day, he can take these tough questions like a man. He cannot be bothered by Satan himself, unlike you who all day have to mumble under your breath and say all these things in your confessional but not to anybody's face. The only thing you've done to his face was straight out ask him was he gay, and that was you just bullying, and we already know you a big bully. But the thing is, Micah is such a spineless, brainless little punk. He has no original thought, nothing going on upstairs, because even when Ethan was questioning, he got the nerve to be smirking when Ethan's asking if somebody's gay.
Are you gay?
You need to be looking scared because that question needs to be directed at you.
There's boys that look like girls out here.
Have you gone on a date with a boy that looks like a girl?
Not that I know of. I don't believe I've gone on a date with a boy that looks like a girl.
But would you if the person clicked with you?
Yet to be determined if I would.
Are you gay?
Yet to be determined.
So he's over here smirking and pretty much just repeating what Ethan says. Like, can you think of something on your own? Can you do something on your own? Can you try to use those last 2 brain cells and think of your own original thought or your own original opinion of something, as opposed to just sitting here looking slow and being slow and just repeating what the big Satan bully is saying?
I want to like you. I want nothing better than to have the best relationship with you.
Then Micah again, this whole thing, and that's why Zach wasn't even bothered. Y'all could have asked him anything, and he wasn't bothered because y'all are just some delusional people, and it's honestly funny to me. I'm not surprised he didn't cry or get upset, but what I am surprised is that he didn't laugh, because the fact that y'all are asking him if he's gay.
Are you on
Number one, but then number two, I still didn't forget when he came in and Micah talking about if you do anything to her, I would have been on the floor laughing. But now Micah got the nerve to be talking about, you can come down to my house, your house.
Yeah, you're welcome down there.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see your house and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You saying come to your house as if you're so busy, and also as if you pay a single bill there. But then you're saying, you know, because I want to see your work ethic.
I do want to see your work ethic.
Micah Plath, come here. And I know now your nose is twisted.
So I got a couple stitches last night.
And so you really slow now. But I want you to hear me clearly when I ask this question.
I gotta ask you.
What do you do for work? I just want to know, what on earth do you do for work that you feel like, A, that you get some income, but then B, that you feel like you deserve to question another human being about their work ethic? Because what's funny is, before the episode even ended, Lydia already said, oh, well, Zach is moving down here and he already got a job coaching tennis for the state. Michael, what are you doing?
I promise this will be painless. I'd hate to hear your painful questions. I'm that guy. The guy that everyone can talk to. Lean on. I'm that guy.
And then also, Ethan, what are you doing? Y'all not no influencers, so I know y'all not getting no brand deals, and clearly Micah is mooching off of Veronica. I don't know what Ethan got going on. He got his little MAGA people taking care of him. But Micah, the nerve of you to sit here and question someone about their work ethic and keep going on about it, because you already asked earlier, like, you know, I just want to know about stability. Sir. Nothing about you is stable. Not one single thing is stable. So, again, I don't know. Kudos to Zach, because I would not be able to get through with this. They would really hate me then, not because they think I'm gay, but they would hate me because I can't catch my breath because I'm laughing so hard at their delusions. And then Micah also talking about, you know, relationship takes a lot of work.
Yeah, relationships are a lot of work.
Yeah.
You know a lot about relationships, don't you? I don't know how Zach didn't see this and was like, you know what, let me run. Any sane person would have, but hey, I know you and old lady Lydia, y'all already got y'all escape plan and saying, look, we just gotta suffer through this. That's why they trying to rush and get it done like this, because he's like, once we get done, then we can move on to top. We ain't gotta worry about them. Or at least I don't. No wonder why even Olivia back in season 4 and 3 and all that was trying to get up out of Cairo, because if I gotta be around all these crazy people in you, nope. So kudos to Zach for facing Satan and his dumb little amp.
Well, I'll say I probably can.
His dumb little brainless sidekick. So then we get Lydia over here playing with the horses. I'm surprised she wasn't singing, because she was, you know, in the woods and in the trees and stuff like that. But she is, it's funny to me because she's like, you know, I recapped the night, and correct me if I'm wrong, but...
Correct me if I'm wrong, but they asked my fiance if he was gay?
Girl, you ate with that question. They said my fiance was gay?
If he was gay?
Let me leave old lady Lydia alone. Well, actually, let me get back on you, because the thing is, you over here talking about, I don't know why you getting so much grace, girl. I know it's in the Bible, and I know you, unlike the rest of your demon family, try to live by the word. And I know it talks about grace and forgiveness, but girl, there has to be something in there about delusion. Because you over here saying, he asked my fiance
if he was gay?
I'm not mad. I'm just, girl, if you're not swinging on your brothers or directing the question right back at them.
Are you gay? Yet to be determined.
However, she did what most church ladies do, which is throw the little shade right back at you and expose what we already know and give Ethan a little reality check of saying, you save yourself for marriage, A, because this is what we will talk. I know our mother is Satan now. But this is what we were taught. Also, because I'm sure you ain't getting nobody anyway. She's like, I could have thought you were gay. She didn't say all that.
Ethan saved sex for marriage, and I didn't think he was gay for that. Yeah.
Hey, I don't look half bad.
But that's what she was really saying. In other words, we could have watched season 1 and we could have thought you were gay, but did we ask you that? No. We just assumed. But
Tastes really good. It's up there with Applebee's. I like sweeter drinks. I like comps and stuff.
so she said her little church shade, got on that horse, and rode on to see her man. Period. Now we get to my girl Amber, and she is stuck in that house with Veronica. You can tell she does not want to be there with Veronica. She's like, Mike and Ethan, they over here pretending like they working or doing something, and now I'm just stuck in the house with this crazy girl.
Micah and I, if we cook together. Like, if we want to eat, we'll figure it out together.
And right off the bat, Veronica's over here trying to throw shade at old lady Lydia of all people, knowing that her and Amber are close like this. Although Amber was like, I didn't think we were that close for me to be your little maid of honor, but I'll be. But you over here trying to throw shade at old lady Lydia, but then also to her sister.
I worry that, like, Lydia is living to be somebody's wife.
That's what she wants. Whatever.
But that's losing yourself.
Maybe. I don't know. That's your opinion.
What's your opinion?
I don't know. To each their own.
She just wants to get married.
Yep.
Also, she's a little girl. I know she is more mature than all of them, plus you combined, but she is still a 15-year-old girl. So you sitting over here trashing her family in front of her. What sense does that make? I mean, if you trashing Kim, period. Although, again, it still is not an appropriate conversation, which we're going to get into, you Miss Hypocrites.
This is a conversation a child shouldn't be involved in.
Okay.
So you just keep going on and on and on, which is overstepping a boundary. And even Amber is trying to listen to what you guys say, but also dodge it respectfully, because she, A, has respect for older people, which I don't know who she learned that from, knowing who her parents are.
I walked in that room and I felt not welcome, not wanted.
I think, don't take this the wrong way, but I just don't think you're used to a large family. And I don't think you get that there's, like, I don't even talk to all my siblings.
No,
don't
not
talk
talking
Dad
to
when I'm
them,
down
but
there.
your sister lies about me. I make an effort to speak to everybody and be on good terms.
And that's one thing I really appreciate about you. And I feel like some people are like that, some people aren't. We're not as good at communicating.
But B, you not just about to sit here and trash my family. It's one of those things where I can, but I'm not about to sit around and let you do it. None of them are, and I wouldn't think that they would. Although they Satan people, I wouldn't think any family member, I have to really think about it, being the Plaths. But in general, no family member is going to just sit here and let you drag their whole family, all of them, and just sit here and be okay, even if you know they're wrong. They're not just about to hop on board and just drag them too. Who in their right mind would do that? So you love throwing out emotional intelligence and smart and intelligent. Girl, you are as low as you talking about Micah is, which brings me to this point of you talking about Zach doesn't know what he's getting into because y'all a whole different family and blah, 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 blah. Then why are you here? Why are you here? If this family is so awful to you, why in 2025 or 2024, whatever year y'all filmed it, why are you still there? You're not like a little girl who need to depend on the man because A, you dated Michael Plath, which man is far from.
Maybe with a little more practice I could.
Yeah.
But then B, you got your own house, working on another one, got your little career going on. So why are you still here? Is it you trying to build up a story for pity so the world can pity you? Or is it for fame? Or is it because you just as fake as the rest of them, minus Amber? Or is it what I think it is, a combination of all three? You over here crying about this girl's family, a 15-year-old girl family in your kitchen. What sense does that make? And then you got the nerve to talking about, when I walked into that room, I felt uncomfortable. You were fine walking out of that room and bullying with them. You were totally fine handing them suggestions on how to bully Zach. I don't even care if she over here saying, well, you didn't see everything that was filmed. He was bullied. He was mean or bold. Okay, then go. She over here in her confession talking about, I just had to be, which kind of breaks the fourth wall about, I just had to be there and pretend to be nice, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, production is not handcuffing you to a tree and saying film. You do have a choice to leave. Like, yes, I know you have an obligation to be there. Yes, I know, this is the show. We got to film this little scene. But if it's so bad, get up and go. Again, props to Mariah in that episode. She did her little congratulations to Lydia and then went on in her car and went home. You over here trying to play this big victim and just contradicting yourself. And the thing is, and Micah, I don't know where he got this little slither of common sense, but he caught your tea just like that. He been around his little WeHo friends. But in the end, he was saying, you are wrong. You are just as wrong as you love saying they wrong, but you don't like to admit it.
But she actually does a lot of what she accuses other people of doing. And I think that's why she's so demanding over someone to back her when she's right and wrong, because she knows she's wrong a lot, but she doesn't want to look a fool.
You like to add people to your team, and that's why this episode was so hard, because I'm like, all of y'all, minus Amber, are just crazy, wrong, and dumb, but y'all making some valid points about each other, but all of y'all are crazy. It's just, Lord have mercy, Amber, if you don't free yourself... But you are just as wrong as they are. Yes, they slow, but you try to use that to your advantage and manipulate. You are a big manipulator. The good thing is Amber is more mature than you. Because even her little confessional, she like, girl, and I think she even told it to your face. You read it into this, like, you taking it too serious. Like, girl, get out your feelings. It ain't that deep. And also, like, what you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I'm over here trying to catch up on Cinderella and all that because we didn't have no childhood. So I'm trying to do what 15-year-old girls do, and you over here trashing my family. Yes, Amber knows her family is crazy, but she also knows you are crazy too. Now we get to the scene with Barry and old lady Lydia. Y'all are some horrible actors. I just gotta say that. It runs in the family.
I promise this will be painless. I'd hate to hear your painful questions.
No wonder why Mike ain't booking no gigs, no modeling gigs, no acting roles. He ain't booking nothing, not even a little commercial. Because y'all are horrible actors. And also now his nose a little busted up from a little...
So I got a couple stitches last night.
Lydia says she isn't moving to Colorado anymore. And Zach is actually going to move down here. And Barry's like, what? Oh my God.
I fly out next week to go help him move here. So girls, I'm staying.
You're staying?
Yay.
And the crowd goes wild.
Yay.
And y'all just need to stop. And I get, this happened off camera, so we need to don't recreate it. That can easily be a confessional, because when you're dealing with these non-acting people, they just know how to act the fool, but they ain't even acting, they just know how to be a fool. Oh yeah, well, Amber was in that scene, so all of them, they know how to be a fool. Just clear it up in a confessional. Y'all don't have to like recreate. And that's the thing, is really hate a lot of reality TV now, because it's A, horrible producers, but then B, just dumb things. Because why do you feel the need, you need to recreate something? Oh, well, this happened off camera, so we need to say it happened off camera. Like, just say, we had a conversation off camera and I already told y'all, like I said before, I'm not, but sitting here trying to, pretend. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. But anyway, also with this horrible acting, Barry's like, well, Ethan is coming down, but I think it'll be when you're gone to Colorado. And she's like, darn it, what?
Is Ethan coming into town like
he's coming
a week before the wedding?
It's probably when you're out in Colorado.
No.
Girl, you don't want your man around Ethan. No, you don't.
No.
So old lady Lydia says that Ethan told her, I'm so sorry that I gave Zach a hard time.
I'm sorry for giving Zach such a hard time.
Did he tell Zach that?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have Zach's number, but I told Zach and he was like, well, that's nice.
Well, he still needs to tell him, in my opinion.
I don't believe that. And I know Lydia is a lady of the Lord, so I'm sure there is some truth into that. However, girl, I know he didn't say it like you said it. But just like Barry said, the only parent with a little bit more common sense than Kent, which thank the Lord, thank old lady Lydia that we did not see Kim this whole entire episode. She probably too busy drinking, or she probably couldn't get off work because she got to seat those tables for two.
We have a table for 2 people?
Sure.
But even Barry was like, okay, well, did he say that to Zach? And she's like, no, but if he's a real man, he should be able to say that to a man's face when you know you're wrong. But sending these little, oh, well, I'm sorry.
I think he's gay.
You were man enough to question this man. If he's gay, you were man enough to, well, that's all you were man enough to do, because all your little grievances you mumble under your breath and you said to other people and said all in the woods. You ain't say none of that man's face. So we already know, A, you not a man.
I think he's gay.
But B, if you try to claim to be this rugged man and like Kim tried to say, then you should be able to say to him, I'm sorry, I was wrong. But you can't say that. Those words cannot come out of your mouth, which is also why I don't believe he said all that fully to old lady Lydia, because they don't know love, they don't know I was wrong, they don't know acting.
The guy that everyone can talk to, lean on. I'm that guy.
It's just a lot of things they do not know. Y'all done elevated and not children of the corn, literally, as far as y'all still children of the corn, but y'all not in the corn anymore. So y'all done elevated in this new modern world, and y'all still slow. So y'all might as well just go on back to the, honestly, please go back to the fields. Go back to the fields, turn the cameras off, and we don't have to deal with y'all anymore. I hate that y'all not on social media, because I want to drag y'all to y'all's face. I want to know that you see all this drag, and I want to know. Comment below. I want you to be on social media. That part of me do. But then the second part is, I am glad that y'all not on social media, because I don't want to see y'all. I do not want to see y'all. I already don't want to see the show. So I'm glad that y'all hide yourselves in either the woods or wherever y'all at, or Micah hide himself in the Abbey of West Hollywood. So we get back to Veronica's house. And she's over here saying, sit, roll over. And I'm like, girl, are you talking to Micah or a dog?
Pay attention. Can you sit? Shake. Shake. Come on. Oh, okay.
She was actually talking to a dog this time. I thought she was talking to Micah, because it could have been Micah. So she's here, and I guess it's after that little conversation where Amber had to check her right quick. And so Micah and Ethan walk in, and Micah's like, oh, like, you know, what's the plan for today? He's the type of person that I would not like to be around, period. But also, I hate people that just, oh, so what's the plan for how about you get a job? Because even in the last scene, he was like, when she went off on him again, he was like, you know, so what's the plan for today? Sir, get something going on with your life. Get a job, get a hobby, get something other than being unemployed, which I am unemployed, so I can't talk too much. But I'm not over here telling her, oh, what's the plan for today? What we doing today? How about we get on LinkedIn today? How about we do that? How about we get on Indeed today and try to send these resumes? Well, he probably ain't got no work experience, but you know, send something to these people. Send your little Instagram pictures with your little crooked nose, because they may need a little scarecrow for a commercial, because Halloween is coming up soon.
So I got a couple stitches last night.
How about we try to get you some bookings, get you some money, as opposed to just sitting around here saying, what's the plan, what's the move? So he says that, and Amber's like, nothing, like, you know, whatever. And Miss Victim girl over here, she, no wonder why she is all grouped up with the Plaths, because she fit right in, is playing the victim over here.
So what you guys been up to?
Just getting ready.
What happened?
What?
What happened?
What?
What's the matter?
What are we gonna do today?
Knowing that they gonna be like, what's wrong? And then she gonna do her, but just say what you mean and mean what you say. You don't stand on business. You over here talking about, I'm speaking up for myself, but clearly you not, because you got so much to say about them. If you this heated and this bothered, as soon as they come through the door, you should be swinging with your words, not just trying to sit here and play dumb. Ethan and Mike are talking about something, and you know, they making a joke. I didn't even know what they were talking about, but then that's when she uses that to segue into an argument and make it uncomfortable. And then she got the nerve to pipe up at Amber, because Amber is making a little lighthearted joke like, oh yeah, well, you know, she think you a liar, blah blah blah.
First you weren't there, and now you were there, but then it was 4, but then it was 2, but then...
Yeah, I incriminated myself. Yeah, it was really...
You're in trouble, Micah.
Yes.
She can't trust you anymore. You're a liar.
No, I've never called him a liar. I said you have lied. But a liar is a character. A thief is a character stealing something.
I didn't mean to bring that up.
Well, I'm just telling you, setting the record straight.
Which, I mean, honestly, you trying to segue into all this anyway. That was your perfect segue, so you should have been thanking Amber, although it was a joke. But you got the nerve to be trying to pipe up at her. Girl, even if I was on your side and you didn't bully Zach, you not about to sit here and A, bully Amber, period. But B, you over here bullying and piping up at a little girl, the same little girl that you over here trying to drag and trash her family 2 seconds ago because she respectfully told you, girl, that may just be in your head. Your feelings are valid to you, but that same little girl you over here piping up at. So how does that make you look, Miss Bully? But everything gotta be about Veronica. Everything has to be this victim card. She trying to make this whole season about her, and that's probably why she stayed on, because she's trying to make this season be, oh, well, it's me, Veronica. First of all, you ain't nobody. Yes, we know the Plaths are evil people, and that's why it was easy to get on your side, because we're like, again, anybody who's anti-Plath, we're gonna be like, okay, y'all got a little bit of common sense. But that's why you sticking around so long, and it's not making sense, because you just trying to build up this whole thing to make it all about you, because any person with common sense that you say you have, any person like that would be like, okay, let me get off this show. And that's why I hate the people that come on reality shows and then after it airs try to play the victim, like, well, y'all didn't see everything, reality TV, so leave. You can leave. She already having legal issues with TLC and Discovery anyway, trying to break their little NDA and all this stuff. So if you that big and bold, then leave and not subject yourself to this. Because again, yes, I know it's an obligation. Oh, you gotta film whatever, but no one's handcuffing you to a tree and saying, oh, you gonna sit here till we get done filming at 5. Why else are you sitting here torturing yourself? But it ain't torture to you, because you are just like him. You love to play the victim, and it's fun to you. It is fun to you. Sit here and you've been around Michael too long with that little.
How many people in the house tonight high right now?
Because, girl, that's horrible acting, period. So she's sitting here saying, well, y'all gaslit me. It was all of y'all against me.
What's the matter? You and Amber didn't get along?
No, I'm just getting gaslit by everybody, so I'm just like gonna...
How are you getting gaslit?
So we're talking about stuff with Dad and Mariah?
No, just in general, but yeah, it's like the basis of it. Because it's many people gaslighting against one.
Just like you gaslit all of us into trying to put out this little sob story and everybody's comments saying, here's the tea, here's this, that, and the other, like, they wrong. But then when we see last week's episode and see how you are this big bully, and we see now in this week's episode, you gone. Don't nobody hear from you. So is that like you gaslighting, or is it a gang up on like how you were involved with the rest of them and bullying that one person, Zach? So you contradicting yourself again, which is why I'm like, Micah clocked your tea.
But she actually does a lot of what she accuses other people of doing. And I think that's why she's so demanding over someone to back her when she's right and wrong.
So he need to be thinking whatever little West Hollywood queen taught him that when he was standing on their sofa. So, so she keep trying to play this little emotional intelligence card, and even Amber is sitting there clocking her right back, because it's so funny to me. Even in both cases, in the beginning when Veronica was trashing her family, and then when in this case, I was like, it's funny how Ethan, Micah, and Amber are all on the other side of Veronica, and being on the same side, literally, Ethan and Amber are saying similar things, but she's making more sense than they are.
But blame me for being emotionally intelligent. But your dad chose not to apologize. He said to Micah that he's never treated me differently.
Maybe that's what he thinks.
I clearly look at the way my family, what they do, differently than you do. I perceive that they do things sincerely. They may flip-flop a couple times, and they may not apologize.
But the flip-flop, they blame it on me.
Because, they just gonna say the obvious and just, deflect and lie and all this, that, and the other. Because I know they wrong. Like, again, it's like, y'all know it's crazy and y'all state is crazy. And then try to y'all are the ones that gaslight people. I don't even think it's gaslight, because y'all probably don't even know what that means or even how to spell it. Because, again, Kim was your teacher. But Amber is saying, like she said, that's him. Like, maybe he thinks that when it came to, like, Barry. She's not saying, like, he's right, but that's what he thinks. So if you got problems, ask him, talk to him. And that's why I'm like, she's the only emotionally intelligent person in that room, including production, because y'all, I'm still not over y'all asking these little dumb questions. But again, she is a 15-year-old little girl, and it's a shame that the youngest person there is the most mature, because it's the same thing. Even Ethan, I'm not saying I'm on his side, but he's like, oh, is it the Mariah and like my dad thing again? Like, we talking about the same thing all the time. That's when I get annoyed. Like, if you so bothered by this, then say something. Okay, let's pull out the phone. Let's FaceTime them now. We can nip this in the bud since you so bothered by it. But you were just at the little family farm. We didn't see that you were pressed. We didn't see that you were so bothered. They didn't see you run into the woods hiding trying to call Olivia playing the victim, but they did see you trying to give them ideas on how to bully Zach. You did sleep with Micah that night or in the same bed that night. So you over here thinking, oh, well, they gaslighting me. No, you are doing what they're doing, which is just playing alone, pretending nothing happened. They play the victim too. And so it's just like, girl, you are a Plath. So Veronica's like, well, I'll just keep speaking my mind and say, when? Starting when? Because you haven't said or done anything other than run into the woods playing the victim. You haven't said any of this to anybody's face. Barry was there. You could have said something to him. You clearly don't care about this engagement or this relationship, so that didn't stop you from, oh, I didn't want to ruin their day. You clearly didn't care because you bullying the groom. So Barry was there. Mariah was there for a little bit. You could have confronted them. You got their numbers. You could have called them. So if it's bothering you so bad, speak up, grown lady. Miss Emotional Intelligent Lady, speak up and stand up for yourself or get out of this situation. I mean, those are just two common sense things that I'm sure Amber or anyone with emotional intelligence would do if it was bothering them that bad. So now we get to Mariah and Barry. Barry's like, girl, come over here. We can eat some little marshmallows and get you to film a little scene because you ain't talking to nobody. So let me get you a little check. We can sit here and just eat some marshmallows.
Mariah, let's go max out at like 3.
Because that scene was pointless. I don't know who Morgan was. I think that's her friend or somebody. I thought that was a girlfriend. I'm like, y'all. So they ain't talking about nothing. Barry just like, girl, let me sit here and be silly with you so you can get a little check. And let's go to the bar. And it was funny to me because Barry gonna throw some shade at Kim, which is why I'm like, I gotta stand Barry. I got to stand him because when it comes to Kim, he gonna drag her, rightfully so. They go to the bar and Mariah's like, you know, girl, this is the first time, well, she didn't say it like that, but she's like, you know, this is the first time I drink with my dad. Like, he ordered like a hard cider, which is, you know, like a little cider. Kim probably would order 20 shots.
Cheers.
Good one? Have it twice.
How long have you been drinking again? Not meaning that in like a bad way.
Yeah. And Barry is like, yeah, well, you know, I like to have a drink here and there, but I like to set a good example for my kids.
I ended up getting a DUI.
I have like a drink or two as opposed to Kim. Well, he didn't say that, but I know he was thinking that and alluding to that. As opposed to Kim, who will have 20 shots, 20 drinks with her kids, aka Micah. We saw that on scene. And then get behind the wheel and drive, Miss DUI. So Barry is like, yeah, girl, like, I drink here and there, period. But I set an example for my kids. They over here just filming talking about nothing because Mariah saying she want to go to Montana, which, girl, go and live your life. Hopefully you can have a life change. I'm wishing the best for you. As long as you get away from this toxic family, there may be some hope. But the friend is like, Barry, what's your tea? Like, who you dating? Barry loves to like just be PC, but he dug a little bit in the tea. However, he still dragged Kim because he was like, I'm not really like worried about dating. I'm enjoying being single and the flexibility that brings, which we know that means you probably got some people in and out of that house. But then he's also like, you know, but I'm just mostly focused on the girls that I'm raising and focused on being a parent, not focused on being a victim and trying to drag my kids out on a boat. So while he's been a good parent and having his one little drink with them while Kim's over here having multiple drinks and crashing cars, he ain't trying to be like that. And he also says what he's looking for in a partner is he wants someone that is funny. Someone that got a sense of humor, someone that can laugh and I'm just not laughing at them. But then the thing that sent me is he said, I also want someone that is physically active.
I like somebody who likes to be physically active, right? That's a big priority for me, right? Especially going into the years up ahead.
Period. Because we know Kim not, because A, look at her, but then B, the one time when she was trying to push this narrative, like, I'm going to the gym, working myself. We haven't heard any more from that. What came from Nigel when she talking about she was on the treadmill walking, laughing at some little video. Girl.
Nigel and I met at the gym. I was walking on a treadmill. He was walking on a treadmill. I was watching a comedy thing on my phone that was hilarious, and I was laughing so hard I almost couldn't walk. Barry started going to the gym, but he goes in the evenings. He goes for about 5 minutes.
So Barry's like, she's out of my league. So now we back at Veronica's house. Now Micah and Veronica are outside talking, and Amber is out front playing with her gay brother while her other gay brother try to deal with his little girl.
Almost.
You're gonna get it.
I don't know you can. My knee's not flat.
And Amber's like, girl, I feel sorry for Micah. In this conversation with Micah, this is Veronica's time to shine. She's trying to steal the spotlight from her active boyfriend, Micah Plath.
I promise this will be painless. I'd hate to hear your painful questions.
She had her little monologue ready. And the only advantage to her, monologue complaint is that she's talking to an idiot. She's talking to someone who is brainless, who is just dumb. So it's easy to get your points across. So that's why, I'm not like, yes, girl, like, you reading him down because you talking to a little dummy. So a little baby can talk to him and get their points across, because he doesn't have an original thought. He doesn't have a brain. He doesn't have anything going for himself. He's just there. And barely that. So you're over here talking to him and talking down to him, and this isn't to like defend him because I don't care about him, but it's like shows who you are for you to be so upset about this, talking to a brick wall. Why are you still sitting here yelling at this brick wall? Just turn around and go about your life. But you want to sit here and make this huge spectacle, which at first you can get a little bit of sympathy, but it's like no one feels bad for you now because it's an obvious answer as to what you need to do, but you're not doing it. So why would you keep getting our sympathy when you can easily just leave, especially if you keep saying, I'm so emotionally intelligent. If you gotta keep saying that, then that should tell you everything about you.
Trying to understand, trying to resolve this.
You're
for
not
a
trying
long
to
time.
understand, you're being defensive.
And I get, again, you talking to a dummy, but if you have to keep saying that to the person you're talking to, and you continue to keep talking to this person, it goes back to you. You doing this to yourself. Why? I don't know. So you just talking about, I'm tired of diminishing myself. I'm tired of, okay, if you so tired, then go. You just gonna keep talking because again you talking to a brick wall, so you just gonna keep talking because ain't nothing processing through his little brain. And I know she's out now, but that's because camera stopped filming and she can't make her little scene no more, which is why she was trying to make her scene online now. So it's like, move on from this. She is just as bad as the Plaths and love this victim mentality, because even with Olivia, yes, she is posing Ethan, which the stuff she's posing, period, but she ain't pressed about this. She ain't in people's comments every other day trying to say this and that. She going on about her life. She's like, I dropped this tea, but even then, I ain't pressed about that, man. I'm out here traveling, living my life, just like when Veronica called. She's like, girl, I'm in the car. What you want? Are you standing up for yourself, or are you just running these woods trying to play the victim? Because if you talking about this family is different from when I first met them and both, girl, you could have watched season 1 through 5 whenever you came on and saw this for yourself. It's crazy to me that you trying to act dumb about a family whose whole entire life, post this whole entire new life, is on HBO Max and Hulu. I'm assuming you do have that. So there's no excuse for you not to know what's going on, which is when you brought up Olivia. You love comparing yourself to Olivia, and this is what you wanted. You wanted the drop this bomb of Olivia. You don't care about that girl, and you are not worried about what she got going on. You are just using her because you know that will get back at them, and you got your wish because you did get the reaction that you wanted, and Micah did run to tell Ethan, and he's like, oh.
To be honest with you, I'm gonna tell you something. I've been talking to her for months. I know everything.
And talking to Olivia now, that makes her not like my family even more.
So you got your wish, and that's what you wanted, a reaction, which all circles back to you. It's all about you playing the victim. It's all going back to you doing this and not like they're evil, because they know they're evil. They know they're evil. Olivia knows they're evil. The world knows they're evil. So there's no point in that. And she got the nerve to talk about Olivia. She's the one that understands me. Really, the one that was validating you and trying to be nice to you after you dragged her and called her a narcissist on national television. You had all this stuff to say on the post of you trying to say no against bullying because it was done to you, but you don't mind bullying other people and bullying little kids too. It's all about you, which goes back to the same thing I say about the Plaths. You ain't nobody, so... So while they're talking, she's trying to get through her points of her monologue. Amber and Ethan, they're like, let's get this tea. Let's see what they talking about. Let's see what's going on. She got the nerve again to pipe up at Amber. Girl, that's the second time. So Amber, at this point, you up on her level. So start swinging, because what you're not about to do is keep piping up this little girl. And now you want to play the card of, this is a conversation that a 15-year-old shouldn't be around. Oh, so this is the conversation that a 15-year-old shouldn't be around, but you dogging her family is a conversation that she should be around. You piping up trying to play the victim, still dragging her family in front of the rest of them is a conversation she should be around. You talking about her sister, like the last episode, and dragging her is a conversation she should be around while she over here trying to do makeup. So, girl, you lost me. You already lost me, but you really losing me, and I'm ready to start fighting. Now that you trying to pipe up at A, Amber, but then B, a little girl. And again, Amber is so classier than you, and she has so much more emotional intelligence, which you keep trying to throw around this episode. Because she's like, girl, anyway, let me go back in this house.
Tread lightly.
Veronica,
If you guys could step out, that would be great.
Okay, we're just coming to see how you guys are doing.
You guys were here. Veronica, I don't
Okay,
want...
well, do you want to just leave
anything. You can say
This is a
anything.
conversation a child shouldn't be involved in.
Okay.
All right, we'll step out. We'll be back later.
All right, let's go for a walk.
I don't really know how to take all this because it's so out of the blue, but I think I might need an apology.
A written
before
apology.
I can move on. A written apology. And
Ethan over here talking about, I'm gonna need an apology from that. The same apology that you need to give Zach. But the funny part is, Amber, she is not gonna miss a chance to throw some shade, because she was like, yeah, a written one. That's why I'm like, Amber is classier than you, and it's a shame that you doing all this to a 15-year-old girl, but it's also embarrassing for you that a 15-year-old girl is dragging you this whole entire episode. You coming after her satanic family in her face constantly, and she's still dragging you with grace, and you piping up at her, contradicting yourself, and she's still dragging you with grace. It's time to take the grace out and start swinging, Amber. So, because it's like, pipe up one more time. You and your boyfriend gonna have some crooked noses. We see in the still to come, you still trying to sit at this couples therapy session with Micah, and then you comforting him after he got his nose. So, girl, she's just over here talking about, I want a man that's gonna love me and take up for me without me saying blah, blah. You could have stopped that man and look at who you're talking to and realize that that's the problem. So, problem solved. We get to Micah, Ethan, and Amber. He done put them to work for some reason at his job site. Sir.
Do you need more pickets? Yep.
So I'm at one of my job sites. I got this fence I'm putting up for a friend of a friend.
Again, y'all are horrible actors.
I promise this will be painless. I'd hate to hear your painful questions.
And horrible liars. Y'all lie all the time, but y'all are horrible liars. Because you over here talking about, this is one of my job sites for a friend of a friend. Who? Because we know you ain't doing no physical labor, hard physical labor. You probably just saw some little construction stuff at somebody's house in Florida and was like, can we film a scene over here and pretend like, I'm working over here so we can gossip and talk. because you don't have a job, and then B, even if you did have a job, you ain't doing no hard physical labor. You couldn't be modeling before, but we definitely know you ain't modeling now.
So I got a couple stitches last night.
So I'm gonna need you to do something. Maybe get back on Cameo and try to scam some people over there.
Sorry, I didn't read this one.
But you're gonna have to do something as opposed to sitting here and lying. And so he pretty much just says what Veronica wanted, which was to drop a bomb of, you know, she said she did talk to Olivia, and now Ethan's like, well, I don't know, I was going somewhere. I'm just so tired of all of y'all. All of y'all stuff am important, but she over here trying to hang out with her family that she know is slow. But she over here got to deal with Veronica, and now she got to deal with Micah trying to pretend to put them to work so he can get some little camera time. She just want to play some Barbie dolls and stuff and watch Disney Channel. She don't want to deal with all this, so I just can't. We get the still to come trailer, and they do talk about the wedding. It looks like they put cameras down before hands started being thrown. And I try to piece it together, like Micah got into this fight. Well, it was no fight because I don't think he threw no punches. Why he got into this beat down.
So I got a couple stitches last night.
Also, B, I'm trying to figure out why it wasn't Ethan that got his nose rearranged. But then also, I'm like, who did it? Because if the next day you sitting over here kikiing with Isaac and going in on Veronica, and Kim got her little 2 cents to say.
Why are you here? You
Because
got a
I'm here
problem
for
with,
Micah and
you
Lydia.
have a problem with everyone.
You have attacked every one
Every
of
single
us.
person here. Amber, Kaylin, Isaac, my mom, Ethan, T.
I have yelled at
Even people that are not here.
Y'all already don't make sense, but that doesn't make sense to me because you piping up at Veronica like she the one that swung. So I don't know. I don't know. Y'all just really, really irk my nerves, and I need y'all to get a hobby, get a job. Y'all need to get like Kim. She already said Mariah, which girl, she had to be lying because we haven't seen a single shift. Kim talking about, you know, my kids work here too. Well, they must have quit the second you started working. So I need y'all to get a job, get a hobby, get something going on for yourselves. I'm still wishing y'all the worst, and you know, I don't have to wish it because it is already happening, will continue to happen because y'all just satanic people. But y'all need to do something as opposed to just sitting here playing the victim, especially if y'all got to watch y'all on TV. Get something going on. Micah, I don't know what, but just go away from me with this. I don't know, but I'm back on the front lines, putting myself out here for the good of the people so we can continue to drag these people. We getting closer to that nose bend. Rearrange.